I've got some love for this Canon M50. This is a camera I started with, bar a little foray into Sony with the A6000, I think it was back in the day. I just didn't get on with Sony cameras right from the start. I've always found the menus difficult. I know they've updated them recently, but since that moment, I've fallen in love with Canon. I use the Canon R6 now, which is an unbelievable camera for not only for video, but for my photography that I do on the side as well. The Canon M50 Mark I, I bought this on release date. I pre-ordered it, and I've used this camera pretty much every day since that purchase date. And in this video, I've just compiled a few accessories for you guys that are essential if you own one of these cameras. Maybe not only just for the Canon 50, but this list would apply for all the other Canon mirrorless cameras that you can get out there as well. So enough rambling. First on the list is this cage from SmallRig. Now, I've had this on the camera since day one pretty much. It's a brilliant accessory. It not only protects the camera a lot more, it adds a little bit more grip. The grip on the M50 is quite small, especially if you've got sort of big hands, so it adds that more grippy feel to the camera. It just makes it feel a little bit more beefy. It's quite a light camera, it's quite a small camera, so having this on there just adds a little bit more confidence to the handling of the camera, I find. It's got multiple screw threads of all the different sizes, 3/8, 1/4 inch, so you can mount all sorts of things on here, top handles, side handles. It's even got another cold shoe mount on this side if you prefer to have your microphone there. For instance, if you've got a top handle there blocking the cold shoe mount on top of the camera, then you can use that cold shoe mount there. It allows you to access all the different ports, the HDMI port, the microphone port, even it allows you to get the battery out the bottom without having to take the cage off, which is really good. And to top it off, it's Arca Swiss on the bottom, so it fits on most tripods with an Arca Swiss mount, so that's really handy. Saves you having an extra mount on the top of this cage. So that's my first accessory, the SmallRig cage for the M50. SmallRig do make different cages for lots of different cameras, so if you own the M6 or you've got the older M5, I'm sure there's a cage out there for you as well. Great accessory, I always keep that on the camera. The next essential is a EFM to EFS adapter. I've got this one from Meike. Meike are a fabulous company. They've supported this channel in the past. They've recently sent me their 50mm lens to review. If you want to go and check that out, you can do up here. I'll link it up above. But they make some quality electronic products, and especially for the Canon cameras. This mount I bought again when I bought the camera because I'd had got multiple different EFS lenses to go onto the camera, and this just adds a world of different lenses. It's got all the electric components, so it works autofocus and that kind of thing, and it's got a 1/4 inch mount on the bottom, so you can add it to a tripod if you want to, but it fits well. It's never let me down, and it's just quality. It's metal mounts either side, so it's just a really good one. I think the Canon version was over £100 when I looked at it. This one in the region of about 25, I do believe. I'll link it in the description down below if you want to go and grab any of these accessories, by the way. But having an EFS to EFM mount adapter just opens up the world of all the thousands of different lenses that Canon do over the years. You can use any lens. That's an essential. The EFS to EFM adapter from Meike. All the links, again, in the description down below. One of the weaknesses of the Canon M50 is the battery life. With smaller cameras, generally, the battery life isn't very good. So if you're using it for streaming or you're using it for podcasting like I do, having a dummy battery is really, really essential. These are very cheap, 15, 16 pounds, $20 on Amazon. You can pick them up, and this one, I don't even know the brand, but I will link it down below. It's very, very handy. It comes with the built-in adapter, so you can plug it into the mains, and then you've got power all day. It works really well, just goes into the camera battery slot, and then there's a little flap on the bottom of the battery door which opens to allow you to plug the adapter into the camera, giving you battery power for as long as you want it. Really, really essential, because if you're doing something like the podcast, for instance, the battery will only last about half an hour, 40 minutes max, so it's really essential to have a dummy battery. If you're using the M50 or any other M camera for vlogging, then it's essential you have external audio, and the best one that I've used for a number of years now is the Rode Videomicro. This Rode Videomicro has never let me down. I've just found it to be a really reliable and decent sounding microphone, and I would fully recommend this. It's only about £50. I did go for Godox for a little while. Godox sent me this microphone. I did a little bit of a comparison between the two, but I found the Rode just to sound a little bit richer and nicer, to my ears at least. The Godox is very good, a little bit cheaper. I'd fully recommend that. Still a very good microphone, but this one, the Rode Video Mic, just really good. It comes with a massive dead cat to negate that wind noise if you're out and about on the top of a hill vlogging, which I do quite a lot. And I just found it to be a really good, reliable microphone. When you're vlogging, especially when you're vlogging, external audio is more important than video quality in my eyes, and I've had a number of videos in the past where the audio's not been very good and I've still uploaded it and I've regretted it because I just really like good audio, and this is a really good one. The Rode Videomicro, links in the description. Finally, there's a limited amount of lenses for the Canon M50 and the EFM mount. I'm not sure if they're going to discontinue the EFM mount. There are rumours going about that Canon are going to bring out the RF mount in APS-C sensor size, so it's going to be they're going to go for the RF mount across the board. So I'm not sure, but these cameras will last a number of years. One of the lenses that I would recommend on the EFM mount, if you are going to commit to this for another couple of years, it's an amazing lens. It's one that I don't own anymore and I regret because it was fantastic. It's the Sigma 16mm f1.4 contemporary lens EFM mount. Brilliant lens. I used it for over a year, and it just gives you that nice bokeh for a very reasonable price. It priced about £350, and that for an f1.4 lens was astonishing. Brilliant picture, very, very sharp, good for photography. It is a prime lens, so you're stuck with that 16mm. Still really good. That bokeh was beautiful, and it was one of the lenses that I'd fully recommend. Quite light, but quite big for the EFM mount. Still a really good lens. They do the 33mm, and I think they do a 56mm in the same lens. In like a small studio YouTube setup, give you that nice bokeh even though you're in a small environment. Fully recommend that Sigma f1.4. And that's it. That's my 5 top accessories. Those 5 for me are essentials if you own this camera. The Mark II of this version was a very, very slight upgrade. They upgraded some 4K software, and there wasn't much of an improvement at all. So if you're looking to get the M50, I'd get the Mark I. You'd probably be able to pick one of these up now for about £300, and that is an absolute bargain for what you get. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'm fully in love with the Canon M50, as you can tell. I'll always recommend this camera to people, so those are my top 5 accessories. If you're new here, consider subscribing, press the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Give us a like, comment, let me know where you're watching from, and if you've got the Canon M50. If you like longer form content as well, we've got a podcast called Tech is Hard. I will link it down in the description, and it'll be on the end screen somewhere. We have a lot of fun over there. We talk about tech and life as a small YouTuber. Really, really appreciate any support that you give us over there. But until next time, take it easy. See you soon, guys. Bye.